Today we're going to continue with section 2.3, linear functions using slope-intercept form. So yesterday we talked about the slope and how to find slope given 2 points. We also discussed slope-intercept form and the pieces of slope-intercept form and what that does for us. So today we're just going to go ahead and continue with some practice. So let's take a look here at this first example B. We have negative 3/4 x plus 1/2 y equals negative 1. So I want to go ahead and put this in slope-intercept form, which remember is y equals m times x plus b. So I've got to solve this equation for y. So the first thing I'm going to do is add 3/4 x to both sides. So that cancels. And I now have 1/2 y equals 3/4 x minus 1. Next, I want to get rid of the 1/2 out in front of the y. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So 2 times 1/2 cancels away and gives me just 1y. And on the right side, I've got to distribute the 2 through. So 2 times 3/4 is 3/2 x minus 2. So there's our equation in slope-intercept form. That means that our slope is 3/2 and our y-intercept is 0, negative 2. Okay, let's take a look at another example. If we look down to the second example B, which is sitting over here, it's the one with the graph. In this example, we want to write the equation of the line again in slope-intercept form. And looking at this, we need to know 2 pieces of information. To write the equation in slope-intercept form, we need to know the slope and the y-intercept. That's why we call it slope-intercept form. We need to know the slope and the y-intercept. Well, looking at the graph they give us, we see our y-intercept is sitting up here at 4. So our y-intercept is at 0, 4. And our slope, for that we have to count it. So I can count my rise as 1, 2, 3, and my run is going to the left 1, so that's back 1. So I have a slope of 3 over negative 1. Or I could have counted starting at my y-intercept and counting down 3, but to the right 1. So it's a positive one, so I would have a negative rise and positive run. But either way I do that, I get the same slope. It's negative 3. So then negative 3 is our m, 4 is our b. So we have y equals negative 3x plus 4. Let's look at another one of those. We have another example B down here. And again we have a line. So again we need our slope and our y-intercept. Well, our y-intercept is sitting right down here at negative 3. Now to count our slope, I can count up 1 to the left 2. So up 1 is a rise of positive 1, to the left 2 is a run of negative 2. So we get a slope of negative 1/2. If we're plugging into y equals mx plus b, then the equation of this line is going to be y equals negative 1/2 x minus 3. Okay, the other type of problem that we're going to see in our homework is going to be asking us to graph. So if we take a look at this example here, it asks us to graph the equation 4x minus 7y equals 14. So first thing we need to do is we need to rewrite this in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to have to subtract 4x from both sides, which gives us negative 7y equals negative 4x plus 14. And to get y by itself, we've got to divide both sides by negative 7. So then y equals positive 4/7 x minus 2. So our slope is 4/7, and our y-intercept is at 0, negative 2. Okay, so to graph this, we first want to go to our y-intercept, which is down here at 0, negative 2. Then from that point, we want to count our slope of 4/7. So that means our rise is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and our run is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right there is another point on our line. Now remember, slope is like stairs. We can go upstairs and downstairs. So we could have a slope of negative 4 over negative 7. That is the same thing as 4/7. So I'm going to go down 4 from my original point and to the left 7. 4, 6, 7 is right there. And so there I have 3 points on my line. And if I use a good straight edge, we can draw our line going through those 3 points. Okay? Let's try one more. So in this problem, they want us to graph x minus 2y plus 3 equals 1. Well, again, we want this in slope-intercept form, so we are trying to solve for y. So the first thing I would do is subtract 3 from both sides. So I now have x minus 2y equals negative 2. Well, now I want to subtract x from both sides. So negative 2y equals negative x minus 2. And lastly, I need to get rid of the negative 2 out in front of the y. So I'm going to divide both sides by a negative 2. So we have y equals, now we have negative 1 over negative 2, which is a positive 1/2 x. And negative 2 divided by a negative 2 is a positive 1. So our y-intercept is at 0, 1, which is sitting right there. And our slope is 1/2. So we go up 1, to the right 2. And we want to do that a few more times. Up 1, right 2. We want to go down the stairs. So down 1, left 2. And using a straight edge, we can then draw our line. And there we go.